Hi guys, so in this video we'll see the case study of CRED. So CRED is one of the most fascinating business case study in the Indian startup ecosystem. In just 2 years, CRED went from zero to hitting a $2 billion valuation and became one of the youngest Indian startup to reach this milestone. Now, the peculiarity of the CRED is that in 2020 alone, CRED incurred a massive loss of rupees 360 crores, which is a massive increase of 492% from 2019. And for every rupee of revenue that CRED generated, they spent 727 rupees, which is a massive cash burn. We all have seen the result of massive expenditure into creative marketing. So now the question is, even with such massive losses, how is it that CRED is getting so much funding? And what exactly is Kunal Shah's strategy? Well, the beauty of this case study is that if you only understand what CRED is doing, you will more or less understand a large chunk of Indian startup ecosystem, because most of the giant companies like Jio, Ola, Pharmacy also operate in a similar fashion. And the most important factor that is common in all of them is that they extensively work on altering the behavioral design of the society. And the anticipation of that behavioral design is what makes them a billion-dollar company. This golden strategy works out in 4 discrete steps. The first phase is what we call cash burn, and here's where the company first identifies a major problem in the society. Number 2, it designs a system to fix that problem. Number 3, it raises $1 million in funding. And lastly, it emphasizes the customers to use the project by giving out unbelievable offers. A very simple example of the same is Jio. Just like it, when CRED rolled out in 2018, they identified the 3 biggest pains of credit card holder, which are number 1, hidden charges, number 2, late fee due to forgetfulness, and number 3 is the extra interest. And they rolled out massive cashback and offers to incentivize the act of on-time payment. And these offers were as amazing as free flight tickets, extreme discounts, and 1,000 rupees cashbacks. Also, fast forward to 2021, CRED has over 3 lakh users, and today CRED is already processing 20% of all the premium credit card transactions. So this is how within a short span of time in phase 1, companies present incentives in order to get customers to use their products, eventually to increase their user base. And this is what brings us to phase 2. Phase 2 is all about habituation. Once you bought a Jio SIM, you never bothered about your talk time, you never bothered about your data. And what we all got habituated is now newfound luxury of internet. Similarly, in the case of CRED, the people who have 2 to 3 credit cards found it so simple to use CRED that they stopped using their conventional method wherein they had to go through the long list of the statements or putting in effort to dig in and find out whether there are hidden charges on each credit card. So this is how in phase 2, companies seamlessly get us habituated to the new normal, wherein we are no longer used to adjusting the hurdles of the system. Here is where we enter the most crucial phase of all, that is phase 3. And in phase 3 is what we all called as irreversibility. A classic example of the same is Google Maps. So the point is, Google Map has made our life so easy that finding a way to place no longer occupies our headspace, and in the case of CRED, users no longer have to remember to pay credit card bills. They no longer have to remember when exactly is their due dates or bother about the late fee. So you see, once a companies like Ola and Jio came in and there has been an irreversible change in our behavior, now CRED is yet to complete this phase, which is why all the numbers that you see about CRED is negative now, because CRED is yet to change a significant part of the consumer's behavior. After this, we come to phase 4. Now, this is the gold mine that every investor waits for, wherein the company starts making profit, and if you look at the numbers, it literally looks like a gold mine. For that matter, look at the number of Jio. In just 1.5 years, Jio became profitable, that is in the 3rd quarter of 2017 with a profit of rupees 504 crores. From there onwards, it has been on a magnificent run where in 2020, Jio has posted a net profit of rupees 5,562 crores. And the reason why CRED is also sitting on a similar gold mine is because the customers of CRED are default the richest person of the country. These people are literally the dream customers of any company. Their incomes are high, so they make expensive purchases on regular basis, which results to massive profit margins for every company. Number 2, CRED has one of the most valuable customer data in terms of purchase preference. So CRED could use this data to show relevant advertisement with exclusive coupons. Lastly, CRED could also become a bank for top 1% of India. So put that straight, for every ordinary people like you and me, CRED might look like a weird idea, but in reality, it is a revolutionary idea coming from one of the most amazing entrepreneurs in Indian startup space. And we must consider ourselves to be extremely fortunate that we are getting to witness this process, and we must learn from these revolutionary startups that are going to redefine 21st century of India forever. If you learned something valuable from today's video, please hit the like button. Thank you so much for watching.